No, like we was filming and this nigga went upstairs to the bathroom and didn't come down for an hour. I'm like, what was you doing upstairs in my crib? I was asleep on the steps.
Oh shit!
What the fuck?
Oh, he's like meditating. Like, I get my mind right.
Like, we lost him for a second.
I did enjoy y'all conversation. I still listen. If I could respond, I would have.
I'm sippin', 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 I'm sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together. And I got KRAVITZ in here today with me, co-host. What's happening, man?
I'm good, man. I'm here, man. I'm here.
You alright?
Yeah, man. I'm hella black, hella loud.
I heard that. Speaking of which, man, we got my brother in here, man. My guy, Redz the Ruler, is in a situation with us, man. How you, bro?
I'm here, man. I'm feeling incredible.
You look incredible,
I'm happy to be here, man.
You look incredible, and I like them shades too.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
man. You know, I appreciate it.
Red,
all me right there. I did that.
For those that haven't been keeping up, Red is my brother from the University of Morgan State. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the squad that we often speak of. But since the college days, you've done a lot of big things, man. A lot of dope shit, and I want to once again congratulate you on all of your accomplishments. But tell the people, you know, a little bit of background of who you are and what you do.
So, like you said, you know, I go by Redz the Ruler. On social media now, I've switched my moniker to Chief the Truth. That's where you can find me on Instagram as well as Facebook, Chief the Truth. You follow me on there. Keep up with all the extracurriculars that I got going on.
That part.
When it comes to business, you can find me at Dope Tribe Worldwide on Instagram and Tribe Worldwide Apparel on Facebook. And my newest venture, which is you know, a spinoff from my fashion brand,
right,
is Hella Black, Hella Loud. So, you know, Tribe Worldwide Apparel Company is a brand that I started back in 2015 with the idea and the inspiration to share the positive and highlight the positive aspects of black culture through fashion and the many forms that takes on. Since then, you know, we've had a lot of milestones and very highly publicized opportunities for us to expose ourselves to the public, and you know, we've had some fairly notable people wear the brand.
Fairly notable is an understatement, but go ahead.
You know, I just and it's just a testament to, you know, the value that our brand has to the culture as it stands.
Absolutely.
And you know, I'm grateful to be here, even you know, being able to last and be somewhat successful through the pandemic and everything, an entire shutdown. Many companies that started the same year that I started are no longer here. You know, many of the brands, you know, that, you know, I may have looked at as competition at some point are no longer here. So, you know, it's a testament to the value that we bring to the culture and to the marketplace. So I'm thankful to be in this position, building with y'all, you know, still at the helm of a, you know, a profitable fashion brand that's dedicated to black culture.
Absolutely. And
That's fire.
I'm proud of you for that. And like I said, and I always say, started out with the What's Up African, Hella Black, Hella Proud, and just kept rolling them out from there. But like, from those first two, Talk to Me Black, those first few imprints that you had, you wear a t-shirt that say this shit on it. First of all, let me explain t-shirt culture to people. Everybody that walks by you, drives by you, that can see your shirt, read your shirt, whether consciously or subconsciously.
Yeah.
And you can tell when you have certain kind of things on your shirt.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? When you wearing his shit, you gonna get the side eye or the nod, or you might get pulled aside for some questions about how they can get the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't go unnoticed, and it makes you feel good.
Yeah. No,
And that's why, like when you said the notable people that have worn it, that's why it translates that way, because it feels good.
Yeah.
And it's simple.
What kind of people wore? What kind of people have you? Notable people have you had wear your brand?
I
Sammie
mean,
doesn't count.
Not at all.
I mean,
Shit,
the thing is like we've had so many opportunities since we've either attended, large festivals like or had our brand featured at various festivals. People wearing it at the Essence Festival, people wearing it at the BET Awards. There's like various people who work within these large corporations that fuel the culture who have worn the brand. There's a woman. That's what I'm saying. There's certain names that you might not even know, but these people are major players like in the industry. They're people who do wardrobe for a lot of the people that are out there in the forefront. We've had the Hella Black, Hella Proud was featured in Beyonce's Homecoming.
Absolutely.
Documentary.
Yep.
One of her dancers had it on. And
I ain't gonna lie, I actually see his brand in a lot of shit.
That's fire.
On the low, I just be like, they go red again.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's been featured. There's a show called The Sherman Show that comes on. I'm not sure what channel that is. I don't know if it's IFC or one of them channels, but it's a comedy variety show, and we've had our brand featured on there a couple times, like product placement, where I had to actually like sign off on the release forms and all that. So we've had we've had quite a few opportunities to interface with the other side of the entertainment industry.
Now back to the names they know.
Man, I'm trying to think.
Doctor.
We had Dr. Umar. We had Dr. Umar in there.
We've had
Dr. Claude Anderson in the gear. We had Boyce Watkins in the brand.
Players.
We've had these are people who are very significant to the culture as we know it today.
Dick Gregory, was it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's it. Yeah, right. So,
and it's everybody but Sebi. We miss Sebi.
The doctors of doctors.
It's Beast wearing this imprint.
And the thing is, it's like all these things.
I seen it on 85 South Show. Carlos had it on.
We dealt with.
He I gave him that shirt a couple years ago. Like
like we've been building with them. Like some people who were like, and the thing is, as these things are happening, it's just all in the course of me working to grow the brand. So
you running your race.
So some of these things, like you're reminding me of things like where I'm sitting up here trying to rack my brain.
That's what I'm here for.
But it's like things, certain things that were significant. Like at the time, like we've had interaction with Jadena, the artist, Janelle Monáe, and these various people like that. Like even his other an artist that worked with him, Nana Corbena, he loved the brand too. He's worn it a couple times on his page.
These things matter.
Yeah, they do.
This is a big deal, and
and
beyond who's worn and who's aware, y'all been able to do great things through your connections that you've had since you've been in the game. I remember the Flint drive, and y'all sent all them damn trucks out there.
That was major. That was one of the most significant. That was one of the most significant operations that I've been a part of to date. Just as far as doing something selfless
outside
and
of you.
and contributing to something that was greater than
myself. That was
myself.
a huge undertaking.
And I still that's a point of pride for myself, even though we didn't solve the problem. You know what I mean? Like what we did was kind of just applying a Band-Aid of sorts. But it's exactly. But we helped.
And you built relationships. You learned a bunch.
And we helped to draw national attention to something that really was a complete travesty. And the thing is, our efforts, just by us doing the Philly to Flint, we were the first organization or group to go up there and do something, and from there we inspired other
it was
states.
immediate. Like as soon as it happened, he said something, and what I did was, I had a Suburban at the time, so I told everybody if they wanted to contribute, I'd come grab. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So I grabbed like 6 cases or something like that. I don't know, something random, and I pulled up with like 30.
Yeah, man. And the thing is that like the effort that,
and that's not about me. That's just saying how people be wanting to help, but they need helping sometimes.
I'm about to say something.
We couldn't have done that. That's
just
the
a
whole
little
thing.
something.
Is just being so that just shows the power of the network. So it's like by me being connected with people like yourself and other people who really feel connected to a cause and you know, are in a position to actually do something about it. You know, that's the most valuable thing, and like they say, your network is your net worth. So I mean, if I wasn't connected with people who had resources and the ability to make some shit happen, you know, then my efforts would have been weakened.
And then that's the thing too. People gotta, because we had this conversation earlier today about how people want to help and just don't know how, don't know who to talk to, and if you get on board with certain things, then you could be the conduit for it, right?
Yeah.
But also, if you don't have certain resources per se, utilize your talents, your gifts, what you can do. You know what I mean? We needed help loading them trucks, needed help unloading people's cars. You know what I'm saying? Like, needed people to drive these motherfuckers that knew how to drive them. Like, it's a lot of moving parts of where it's like, just speak up and we can put you somewhere real quick. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want people to be, because I think the resources thing, it was what people shy away sometimes, because they like, well, I don't got no money or nothing. But it's like, no, it takes something to make these things go. We had a damn, like, assembly line just handing cases down the line. Like, you know what I mean? We was hoofing it. And that's how you gotta do it. Yeah, it was snowing.
Yeah.
But everybody had a smile on their face, man.
Yeah, and it was exactly. You're doing something selfless that you know, you're not looking for a direct reward off of it. Like, the fact that you're able to contribute is your reward. So, you know what I mean, that was something great. And just you know, our involvement as a brand with creating RBG Fridays, which was a community activism effort that we ran for maybe about almost 5 years. We were running that, where we were out every Friday, rain or shine, on the corner of Broad and Girard, and we were out there, you know, in the community
with that the flags,
with the red, black, and green flags, like, faithfully. And you know, our purpose for being out there was to share important, pertinent information with a community that really oftentimes lacks the resource and access to this information. A lot of times there's programs and things in place that could help these people in these circumstances, but they don't know about them.
You know why I appreciated it? Because I grew up going to Broad 90 every day. Israelites out there getting their message out. You know what I mean? And you know, when it comes to anything cultural, whether that's religion or not, when it comes to these messages, sometimes there's a hierarchy to who we want to deliver and where we want to deliver at. And these people that's commuting through their day, to and fro work, on and off a bus, sitting on a bus stop, they could catch something if you out there trying to give it to them. You know what I mean? And they're overlooked, they're missed. The conversation with them is not part of the conversation that goes up the ladder, because nobody's talking to them. They don't have somebody that looks like you that they could be like, look like my cousin, let me ask him something. Because a lot of the times that's what does it. You know what I mean? That's how kids get attached to you sometimes, because they'll notice that you move or act like or seem like somebody that they admire. And so they respect you for that, and now you have a responsibility. And that really, like you said, that really personifies a lot of the effort that we made, was being intentional about it, understanding that these are underserved individuals that live in a community where there needs to be more cohesiveness when and the dollars come off of their backs. Whether they have money or not, y'all count all them numbers up when y'all start divvying shit up. And it don't go to them.
Facts.
They still a number that in that financial cycle.
They got a Social Security, don't they?
Facts.
They count it.
They count it.
They worth millions. Don't even know it. They worth millions right now. With $10,000 a year, they worth millions.
So the key with that with our efforts there is really, like you said, is coming out here and interacting with our people. Interacting with our people directly,
because we're not afraid of our people.
Nah, exactly. So and I was just having a conversation last night with some people. We were just talking about how you know, it's like I've done things in, you know, quote unquote hoods across America. Like I've been a part of efforts in, like, you know, what's known as or seen as the worst parts of Houston, Texas. I've worked with people down in, you know, like Orange Mound and Memphis, Tennessee.
Detroit.
You know, I've been in Detroit in the trenches with them. You know, like there's so many opportunities that I've taken part in to actually contribute to the effort to improve, the conditions in our neighborhoods, and not just in my hometown, but in other people's cities as well.
And salute to your family and your lady, because I know that's like it ain't easy.
Yeah,
it ain't easy, man.
Yeah, facts.
My bad.
Yeah. So I was born in South Philly.
Okay.
And at an early age, my family moved us out to Yaden, Pennsylvania. That's where I pretty much had a lot of my formative years, growing up in the household out there. But it's like I always, anytime that I contributed my efforts and my energy, it's always me coming back to the city of Philadelphia, where I have a lot of my connections, a lot of my family's out here, a lot of my friends out here. So it's like this is where my heart is. This is where the people are, the people that I care the most about. So a lot of my efforts still tend to be made in the city of Philadelphia and the surrounding areas. But like I said, there's so many similarities to Philly, to the Third Ward in Houston or something like that, down in New Orleans or something like that. Wherever you at, like you can find points of relatability with the people that's
Chicago
there.
Dudes outside of like the gang culture are a lot like us, very similar to us.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. The gang culture represents just a small portion of the population out there. That shit just is what gets the most
attention.
But exactly. You already know.
Salacious sells.
Exactly. The riffraff always gonna be at the forefront. So I mean, but there's so many layers.
We just keep working.
Right.
That's why we just keep working.
And being the ones, and then being a platform that seeks to highlight the other aspects of the culture is what allows you to be able to operate in a successful fashion as you've been able to.
And the same for you. The way that you operate allows you to be able to travel and do these things. Yeah. Because, man, most people, and I say this all the time, most people have never left their city, let alone their neighborhood. You know what I mean? Because they build an Ave in every neighborhood where you ain't got to go past it to get there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You movies, doctor, you know what I mean?
I just seen a stat that say like the average, what they say, the average like 40-year-old hasn't traveled outside of a 6-block radius. You know what I'm saying? Like the average
No, these extreme numbers, and then when you break it down to our community or income levels, and stuff like that, and you realize what the majority of our city is.
6-block radius, bro.
Never thought of that.
Like there's people that live in North that never go to South Philly.
No,
like they never go to West Philly. Like they never.
My West Philly homies used to act like coming uptown was like going to Baltimore or something.
That's what.
Yeah,
I used to be like, yo, it's 20 minutes away.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like for me, coming here is a 25-minute ride. You know what I'm saying? Without traffic. Now it took me a little longer today, but normally, that's what I'm saying. It's a 25-minute to 30 minutes tops.
You can get anywhere in the city in that time.
Exactly. And the L go from end to end.
Yep.
You got the L and you got the sub. It's gonna take you either way. I mean, but you know, like a lot of things you gotta have. What I find, a lot of things you gotta have purpose. You gotta have a purpose to go out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. I can't really fault certain people for like the aspects of this conversation. But you ain't. But that it's like if you're not doing anything, where you're working to build something, outside of your home. You know what I mean? Like you don't like something where that requires you to have a network larger than just your family.
But just imagine being to a point where you already 3 kids and probably 2 baby moms in, and you have a fear now of expanding. You see what I'm saying? Or I do you one better, because everybody has phobias, right? I got a homie I'm real close to, and I can't get a relation for real because it'll be obvious. His father is never getting on an airplane.
Okay. All right.
It ain't happening.
No, everywhere they go, no matter what, they are driving. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like it limits so much of it because they got money. They can go wherever they want.
Right.
It limits so much stuff. And it's just like it made me think, because I seen this growing up, and it made me think like, and I've always flown, but I always thought like, damn, what if you have a wife? Especially nowadays, that loves to travel and wants to hit these islands and all of that type of stuff. You're limiting her or you guys' experience, because you might be cool with her going.
Yeah. She'll go by
But some of these places you were supposed to be too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To have the moments and the memories and the sexy walks on the beaches and all of the cool shit.
Yeah.
But it's like,
stuff.
you know what I mean? I think, but smaller than that is people getting out their neighborhood first.
Yeah.
Damn, going to the airport.
They're not even going to taking people to Willow Grove Mall. Like, my friends used to stay at my house.
to go to the mall?
To go to the mall.
Wow.
Like, that was their vacation. Willow Grove was their vacation.
Right.
Oh no, when niggas used to come uptown, I used to couldn't shake them. Niggas would catch the very last 18.
So nice.
Yeah. It's like, this is an excursion.
We used to have to walk through woods to get to our park. That was like the highlight of their weekend.
Yeah, because ain't no
We
woods.
walk through woods.
It's alleyways. Alleyways.
This
Shit.
is amazing.
I ran through a Southwest alleyway one night recently at like 4 a.m.
Why are you running through the alleyways? at
because
4 in the
I had to
morning?
park so far
Okay.
from where I was going that I started walking to the corner. I seen the cut. I'm like, I'm dipping. But as soon as I dipped, I dug that like it's like an alleyway in the 90s. Niggas is in here, shit going on. Somebody over there getting something off. Like, let me get through here.
Whole movie.
And I just darted. But like, it's one of them Jones where it go like this.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta run like this.
Yeah. Zigzagging.
You know them driveways. It's not far from where you grew up at. Not far from where you grew up at. But as far as the brand, and I like to brag and say that I feel like I was part of the what do you call it? The think tank for the brand.
I like that.
Because one day I had a show down south and I needed somebody to take the ride. And I had an old ass Cherokee, and my man Redz said he was gonna ride in it and we was gonna roll the dice. We was gonna make it together.
Rock out. I like it.
Yep.
And in that long ass ride with just the two of us, we did a lot of talking, and he started talking about his mental progressions, the things he's been learning, the things he's been interested in, and what he plans to do through what he's learned.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I swear, not long after that, the nigga said, "What's up, African?" And it was like on and running.
Yeah.
But from then till now, what has been the toughest part of your empire, and what has been the most beautiful thing that you've seen out of it?
Well, I say the toughest thing is just coming to grips with the fact that everybody ain't gonna make it, man. Everybody doesn't really get it. Yeah, everybody doesn't see. Everybody doesn't really see the points of connection that I've been working to, like really highlight when it comes to the culture. And when I started the brand as What's Up African, it was in an effort for us to, kind of draw closer to our continental cousins. When we talk about Africa, a lot of us don't speak of it with a sense of connection and pride. Yeah, personal pride. It's because we don't understand, or we don't know, what our true relation to the continent is and the history there.
Or you would be super duper fucking proud.
Exactly. So that's just a testament to the miseducation.
Because we talked about Africa when Flex was here.
And it's a testament to the miseducation of the Negro in America, and just how we've been, allowed others outside of ourselves to teach us and tell us who we are. And because of that, we have a disconnect with a portion of our identity.
Now, the strange part about it is just about talking about narrow-minded people and or the access that people have to things. The average person that grew up in our generation that is not educated some kind of way specifically on these things, actually when they think of Africa, they think of them damn commercials.
Yeah. Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Or they think of a fairy tale or a fable. You could bring it. They think of some fable or fairy tale Jungle Book shit. You know what I mean? Like they don't see dynasties and civilizations and original civilizations and mathematics and you know what I mean. None of that. And even pyramids is just like a thing because it's like a wonder of the world. So it's like it's like a landmark. But it's all the way over there for them.
It ain't touchable.
It's nothing behind it. It's no. You don't think of the science that made that happen. You don't think of the time that happened and what that means about who you are.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like you don't connect that. You just see a statue. Big ass statue. And that's where a lot of our generation, I know specifically our generation, they think of them damn commercials with the babies.
Yeah, exactly. So there's no actual personal connection with what you're seeing.
Exactly.
There's no personal connection with these monuments and these great statues. And,
there's nothing to build a desire to want to be a part of something that looks like is less than, you know what I mean?
What they showed us isn't what
but
it is.
what they're not showing us is what's on the top of some of them hills and what's over some of the mountains and is you know what I mean? And that's why I wanted to have a conversation when I had Flex up here, because I'm like, man, I'd be a fool not to tap in with somebody that, you know what I mean? That's his roots. That's your folk. I mean, it's all of our roots, but I mean, like, he's still connected. Directly connected to the situation.
And I mean, me personally, you know, I work to, you know, kind of normalize the conversation and the idea of us, you know, being connected and us being African. You know, it's like, yes, we are, like, culturally, we are Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've developed our own, you know, lingo, our own way of interacting with each other. You know, we've obviously created music, food, and everything. You know
what's ironic about that?
Mm-hmm.
Then that shit took over the world.
Right. Right.
Now everybody emulating that.
Right. Exactly.
Everywhere.
And that just shows that the main export, the major commodity, you know, for America has always been Black people.
Like, don't get it fucked up. FUBU still sells overseas and in the Bay. Heavy. They skateboard coaches, they hip hop coaches over there.
He's missing no dollars.
No.
With the East Coast 9.
Not at all. He didn't care that Philly didn't wear it.
He didn't care.
He didn't care at all.
It wasn't his market in the first place.
It didn't matter.
And now, but the thing I've learned in later years, right? Because I was definitely inspired by FUBU in a lot of ways. But the thing I learned in later years is that, like, FUBU is really, like, now the thing is, hip hop is most and by and large like a product of Black culture. But you know what I'm saying? It's like their brand is a hip hop.
It's a hip hop brand.
It's not like a Black cultural brand.
I wasn't trying to confuse the two either. I'm glad you clarified.
But I just wanted to bring that up because that's something a lot of people probably don't know, is that when they say for us, by us, like, you know, a lot of Black people's like, that's
Black people. No, it was a hip hop culture.
So it's like, if you fuck with hip hop, like if you grew up on this shit, if you like grew up with the turntables and you was exactly,
and that's how he really branded it.
Like, so it wasn't never an exclusionary aspect to it, unless it was talking about, you know, the mainstream corporate motherfuckers that capitalize on our culture.
But those 4 words was powerful though. Because they can be applied to anything.
And people want to be a part of something. That's the whole thing that they capitalize on. When you bring it in and you say, look, like, you ain't either you in here with us or you're not. You know what I'm saying? But all the cool people in here, hip hop culture, and everybody that's wearing this shit is like, damn, I want to be down with that. I was a big LL Cool J fan when I was younger, so it's like, damn,
that was my first favorite rapper.
That's still my favorite rapper.
Yeah, he hard.
When he wore the FUBU on the Gap commercial, I was like, you still the illest nigga ever, bro. Because I know what that mean.
Right. Yeah.
Like, and he got one off on that one.
Yeah, listening to them tell the story about that is incredible.
It's amazing, bro.
I love it. But
it's the story behind that?
Interviews. He explained it a couple times.
Because he wasn't. Because he included another brand in the Gap.
Commercial. That's illegal.
That wasn't supposed to be. But he said he wasn't taking the hat off.
And then he spit it in the verse. But they didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, because because it's just the.
He also said for us, by us in the verse
in the Gap commercial. Yes,
I like it.
So
that's why he's my favorite.
That's how niggas. We've always had to. And when you think about it, that's how we've always had to do.
Yep.
Because we rarely ever have a straight path to the bag. Like, we gotta.
But that's the example.
We gotta put it in there. We gotta force ourselves into the picture. You know
that's the label example. Like, remember when Wiz said on all the dice. He was like they don't have the idea. They don't have the thing. We have the thing. He said they have the machine and the money to make it a $1 billion thing, but we have the thing. Cause we're always ahead of them. Just like the joke when he said, for a while the radio was playing all ski ski until they figured out what it was. Yeah. Because it was a new term. It was ahead of corporate. It was ahead of corporate.
Because they're not
30 motherfuckers had to sign off on this shit, and nobody noticed these niggas was talking about nothing.
I was a kid talking about, ski, goddamn. Oh, ski. I was in my bag. I didn't know what it was. It was great.
Bro, and that just shows you, yeah, like you say, like it's
my mom ain't even know
something
what it
that's
was.
coming naturally from us. So if you're not of the culture, like it's not gonna
different.
all you like. But the thing is, like you said, they know that this shit is like dollar signs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know that this shit is like it can catch like wildfire at any moment. This shit is catchy and it's prevalent.
And not even at any moment. They know exactly how long it's going to take based on what route they about to take to do it.
Yeah.
This is a science that they have done since before the 60s and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The music business, man, certain shit changed. Most of it don't.
Yeah, well, see, and they the ones when they created the marketing and PR and all that stuff like that, and when they started really establishing like those formats for that, like in the early 1900s. That's really like the like they have the machine.
Everything is a branch
industry.
from that tree.
Yeah, exactly. So they apply it to every industry. It's all, you know what I'm saying, just all the marketing, you know, all of the daggone psychology that go into it and everything. They had like people who's specialists, you know what I'm saying, who work for these major companies who produce these marketing schemes that these motherfuckers can run for years. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's a,
it's a
that's
play.
The thing.
It's a playbook.
Exactly. And so that's the thing.
If you go to the Patriots, they gonna give you the same playbook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you go run the Patriots football.
And then gonna change.
They might change the name of the play. They could, you know what I'm saying, whatever.
But it's still the
Might
same.
tweak it a little bit just to
This
catch
is
up
tried
with the
and true.
times.
Yeah, because human activity, they basing it off of, you know,
Percentages,
like
ratios.
they know, exactly. They know how
It's all
people operate,
sociality,
and then
what baseball has been taken over by.
And then when you look at, you know, just the fact that like
They getting paid in baseball. I should.
But it's all controlled by stat line now. It's all controlled by somebody that's a mathematician picking, assuming that you about to do what you about to do.
Yeah.
Like they owe some ahead of you shit. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I was really good at baseball.
But now for the most beautiful part of being able to do what you've been able to do in these last.
Yeah. So the most beautiful part is just really the opportunities for expansion that have come from, you know, just me taking the opportunity to do something for myself. You know, all you know, by me stepping out on faith and you know, like the whole notion behind me being in business was that I'm not comfortable with somebody telling me what time I gotta be at work, what time I can go take a shit break. Like what
I'm
time
gonna tell
I can
you
go
what
to lunch.
happened.
That was like my inspiration.
I'm gonna tell you what he did. This nigga bet on himself, and his family watched the chips.
Yeah.
So he went nigga at the roaster wig. Go to the bathroom real quick.
Oh yeah.
The family watched the chips.
Yeah, we got yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you gotta understand. Like
Yeah, my
you go to a
family-
Dune Day. I went to Dune Day one year. Mom in the booth, dad in the booth, both sisters in the booth, grandma in the booth. Everybody is selling T-shirts and ashtrays and flags. There's a lot of flags sold that day. Whole lot of flags sold that day. And nigga, it's 100 degrees. We took pictures with Patty Jackson and all that. There's evidence of this. Like, shout out to Patty. But I mean, like the family, I love that because that's what this is about.
Dope.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Hey, your pop is so proud of you, bro.
yeah, I know.
Shout out OG, man.
Yeah.
Pop is so proud of you, man. It's beautiful. It's
That's
beautiful.
fire.
Yeah, man. It's
It sounds beautiful.
yeah,
It makes sense why he's so solid. Because we all been going through growing pains until we got to this point at some point or another.
Facts.
And it takes something to help stabilize that situation, man. And especially when you're fighting for something, a company that's actually an international brand at this point. You see what I'm saying? Like it's international. That's a huge undertaking.
No, facts.
man. I mean,
What was you doing before that? You had a job?
before
You was
before-
modeling and
Before I started What's Up African that now is Tribe Worldwide Apparel, I was working I was working with a fashion brand called Risk Takers International Apparel.
You were a model.
So I was. Well, I mean, that's the thing. When you starting off, when you starting a fashion brand, you gonna be everything.
Oh yeah, you everything.
You know, we
model,
doing I'm model,
Because I cracked the joke at one of his cookouts. His aunt cut her eyes at me. I said, "Oh, you think you a model now?" She looked at me like it was one of them. You know,
like somebody hating.
But it's like no, it's just funny because like Red.
You gotta take.
Red always been a handsome dude. Red in his adulthood has blossomed, bro. Just was confidence and all of that shit,
right.
like in a real way. You know what I mean? So it's like
because I had to.
So I was joking.
Yeah, a lot of times it was necessary for me because, like I said, I don't want nobody to be able to, you know, have a level of control over me that I'm not comfortable with. And I grew up, you know, just like everybody working jobs and things like that. But a lot of uncomfortable situations that I encountered just kind of led me down the path of entrepreneurship. And
might as well be uncomfortable for my own shit.
Yeah, that's it. It was like if I'm gonna be up here busting my ass for somebody else, you know, I could do the same thing for something that I'm actually passionate about. So, you know, that's really.
And I think that's why I worked for you because it wasn't a gimmick. A lot of the times when people put on Black Pride stuff, even with the mannequins that they put out a few years ago, All God's Children, that was some old white lady. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always a play. It's not a passion.
Yeah.
And even with you see what they try to do to Juneteenth, like that's a play. That's not a passion.
Yeah, what he said though. A
so
lot of them ain't last
it's like,
long.
huh?
Those a lot of those that started when he started, they ain't here now.
They
but
can't.
I don't want us to get too far before I ask this question.
What's up?
How does hella black, hella proud become hella black, hella loud?
So
Cause that ain't easy.
Right, and that's. So hella black, hella proud, you know, has been since 2015. That's been my best selling shirt. That's been my best selling product. Anything I put hella black, hella proud on, like I said, it's been.
Oh shit! You got a bill to pay. You just print up a different fucking. Look at you!
I like this logo.
So that's So that's been my most profitable thing. And I put it on.
You said that to me years ago. But I didn't know if it was still that way. That's crazy.
Oh yeah. So I put it on everything. I mean, it's on. I've done, you know, from it started at the t-shirts.
I got lighter.
Transitioned into various other products. I've had So I've done the lighters. I've done the exactly. I've done I've done underwear. I've done ladies bathing suits.
That's my thing. I like underwear.
I've done socks. I've done pretty much anything because. Somebody told me a while ago. It was just like, yo, whatever your best product is, whatever your best selling, you know, logo, whatever it is, just put it on everything. Whatever people love about you, just give them more of it.
Remember when you bought out the winter coats and me and Pope showed up and we said we had a video shoot?
Yeah.
Snake.
Oh, all right.
That's the coats we wore in your video. That's something.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that video because it was my
transition.
song.
Right. So so really, I mean. That just
shout out chef.
Anything that people love about your brand, and that's something I always tell people when they ask me, you know, for like insight and pointers that I could offer to people looking to start on their own. It's like, yo, once you find out and isolate what it is that people love the most about you, you just magnify it. Just give them that much more of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
run it up,
like your podcast. People, you have the gift of gab. People love to talk to you, have like conversations with you, you know, at length. So you took that understanding and you turned it into, you know, a complete platform that you can utilize to highlight a lot of the people that you've come in contact with.
3 or 4 now, by the way.
Right. There you go. So and congratulations to you on that, because I mean that's just showing that you understand, you know, your strengths, and then you're just gonna, you know, maximize on them. So I mean that's really what led me to hella black, hella loud. Is just like, look,
it's so perfect though.
It is.
It really is, and
it's
that was
so freaking perfect.
HBHL.
Yeah, and that's really. It was an ideal transition, and I mean it's because for me, the same way I love, you know, myself, I love black culture and black people. It's like I love weed. I smoke weed, and the thing is, like, I didn't really.
I love weed.
I grew up with weed in the household. You know, like my father was, you know, an avid avid smoker. Can't even talk straight. Avid
What kind of
smoker.
papers he smoked?
My dad. I mean, he was smoking top paper when I was a young.
Of course.
Easy
What he
Wider
smoked-
and
what he
top
smoked?
paper.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, Easy Wider and
He
top
never
paper.
transitioned to raws or nothing or elements.
No, not that I know of. I mean, yeah, but
Them elements is good papers.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what he's doing now, but I mean, well, I know he do the pipes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He do the
Clean
the
smoke.
little pipe. Yeah. So yeah, but I mean that's something that I grew up with in the household. I didn't know what it was when I was a child. Like when I was a youngin', I was just talking about this yesterday. When I was a youngin', I would come down in the basement, and my pop and his friends is down there. You know, I'm coming down there to get something for my mom out the dryer. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm
Walking
walking through a cloud of smoke
Yep.
to get to the washroom, and I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're doing, but they voices sound funny anytime they're smoking in the air. These niggas
Niggas mad, bro.
hey,
Like,
what's up, Lil Ryan?
oh,
Hey, what
shit.
you doing, man?
You caught a nigga.
Yo,
mid-
yeah, it's
in
like
here,
that. Like, hey, how you doing, man? It's all. I'm like, why y'all sound like that? I never understood why the fuck. Why do y'all talk like that when y'all down here? Because when y'all coming in the house, y'all don't sound like
funny.
that. So I don't understand.
So it's
it.
something about
But
the basement.
Yeah, the
Everybody
basement.
voice
When
changed
anytime
in the
it's
basement.
smoke in the air, y'all talk like this. I don't get it. But that's me as a child. Like I said, I didn't know what I was dealing with at the time. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with weed around me. And you know, like I it's funny because I didn't really start indulging in it until after I went to college. You know what I'm saying? After I met y'all.
I'm about to say, I was
you know what I'm
around.
saying? Because the thing is, I
wasn't
grew
smoking
up-
till college either.
I grew up with weed in the house.
I was an athlete.
I grew up with weed in the house, but I also the thing is
Smoking
I
that
had
shit. That's what I was.
Hold on,
I had
time out.
oh, what's up?
Tell him I was nice.
Oh yeah, he was balling. Yeah,
All right, that's
he
all I
was
want.
balling.
Go ahead, back to your story.
So-
No, because Sammy, that's all.
Because niggas don't be believing like bull was
He be talking.
I'm the only
and
nigga that's not trying to run back out there and get hurt now. I'm satisfied with my
then,
career.
like, yeah.
I had
Yeah.
fun. Back to Hella Black Hella
So
Loud.
I mean, the thing is, I grew up with weed in the house, but I also grew up in the era where they had police officers coming to the classroom telling you about all the drugs and how bad they were for you with the DARE program.
Yeah.
So
And they did the cigarettes to us. We was the first generation that they drowned about
Yeah,
cigarettes
yeah.
too. They
So-
was giving us
so
everything.
that's it.
Killed
Yeah.
us
So for
about
me, I'm like, yo, I don't want none of that shit.
Right.
I'm not smoking nothing. I'm not drinking
Yeah, I
nothing.
was
I'm
cool.
good.
I was
I
cool.
don't want none of that shit because I see what it does. I see what your brain
On drugs looks like.
Yeah, so I'm good. I want my
Weirdest
shit fried and
commercial ever.
scrambled and
I
shit.
used to
I'm
be like, that ain't true.
good.
Yeah, until you realize everybody smoke fucking weed.
Well, see, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
what I'm doing.
you know, but back then it's like I'm impressionable, so I'm just taking it on as the adults are telling me, and it's
I
like
ain't
the
gonna
thing
lie.
is,
Tell all the kids that shit because y'all all can't handle this shit.
and they don't need it. They don't need to because the thing is, I went to high school with quite a few. Fellas who was indulgent,
Nigga.
and they
I
would
went to
come
middle
into
school with a
class,
female.
yo, looking crazy, bro. Like smell, just stinking. Their eyes all red. They looking
Yeah,
goofy.
no heads.
I'm like, yo. I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? Like, why would you
My
come to
man
school
used to
like
be
that?
nodding in like second period. He used to be late. It just be
I couldn't get with that. Like,
Yeah.
like that
I
shit
used to
right
be
there.
rocked
And
too,
plus,
like,
I was
wow.
trying. I was on my, you know what I mean, by 11th grade. Like, I'm on my pretty boy John. Like, I can't be in here looking
You
crazy.
don't want your lips to get
I
dark.
got, yeah, like I got my
That's
got, you
what it
know what I'm
was.
saying? You fresh,
lips to get
the
dark.
no shirt, guess jeans. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, I can't be in here all high up, man. Y'all got that
Pencil
shit.
pockets.
Yeah, pencil pockets.
And then
Yeah, so then I went to college, and like I started.
I ain't do it.
I'm hanging out with the fellas.
They
I
was smoking before me.
remember. Yeah, he wasn't smoking at the time.
they was stealing my snacks.
So I remember it like it was yesterday. We were down at Maryland Eastern Shore for a basketball game, and we was in the parking lot
That was the
after the
homecoming.
game. Yeah, so after
Because they
the
don't have
game,
a football team.
Yeah, so after the game, we out in the parking lot, like vibing, and niggas start smoking, rolling up, smoking and everything, and I'm like, these niggas seem like they having the best time of their lives right now. Niggas just laughing. Everything was hilarious. Everything was funny, and it was like I don't understand, but I think I want some of this.
Shore 20 deep with sweatsuits and velours on.
Oh yeah, the Eniche sweatsuit. I remember
Eniche, Academic,
Yeah.
Sean
You know what I mean?
John, Rockaware.
Yeah.
We had every fucking velour sweatsuit
remember that shit.
came out that season on when we got there, bro. We
Yeah.
thought we was tearing
I
shit
remember
up,
that
bro.
shit with the-
And on some real shit, we kind of was.
NBA headband.
Yeah, niggas had head. I got pictures from the gas station before we. Rest in peace, Lie.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Lie was with us, man.
Matching headbands.
Headband, nigga,
Bro, it was lit. If you had a headband, you had a hat.
Yeah,
You had a
busted
fresh
with
fitted
the
that
hat,
matched
the
your joint.
fitted.
I think I actually wore the golden chocolate and cream on Maniche joint with the Browns hat.
Come on.
Yeah, and I had the
I think I
blue-
tore him
had
up with the
blue and
Browns,
yellow
Cleveland
John.
Browns joint.
Looked like that, and I had the Pacers
Ain't
hat
nothing
the
like a
matches.
good velour.
Ray had the academics, the green fatigue lime looking joint.
Yeah.
We tore their ass up.
up.
You know how I started smoking
y'all
out?
was fucking them
And
up
we
a
was in
little
college
bit.
when I started smoking, like I said. But what happened with me was, we used to drink. Remember Killer Cam?
Yeah.
It's $3 vodka. Like you get a fifth for $3. For $8 you get a liter of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's cheap as hell. Might be $7. And every time we drunk this shit and went out, somebody had a bad drinking night. What we call it. Throwing up in public, can't
Right.
get right.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean? Gotta hide
That's a
them.
bad joint.
Gotta get them home. They gotta stay at your crib
You're
with a
in-
couch.
in
Like
the way.
you gotta babysit them, maybe. Like I
in
mean,
the
like
way,
beyond just throwing up, like having a horrible night.
Right.
Used to be that. So we started calling it Killer Cam. Right? So one night, two niggas out the squad, Dukes and JD, had a bad drinking night. And they didn't swear off Killer Cam, they swore off drinking. But I used to go to all the parties our freshman year with Dukes and JD. So now they smoking. I'm not smoking. I'm drinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it gets to the point where they grinding me up. Like, you can't ride with us if you ain't smoking. Like, we going through all of this
Peer
type
pressure.
of shit. And I left it alone. It was cool. One night we at my man crib. And me and JD on the back stoop having an argument. We let the wrong person, and I'm not going to say his name, decide who was right, is all I'm going to say. You know, some niggas just ain't that bright, but you just need somebody to settle it, like pick a side.
Yeah.
And he picked his side. But the bet was, if I lost, I had to smoke. If he lost, he had to drink.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That's why I had to tell the whole story. I lost,
Got you.
so I smoked. So then I get back to campus, I tell Weez, oh shit, that's crazy. You ain't never died. We got the smoke. And I went through that for about another 2 months. Went home on break. Got back to Philly. Same shit. Oh man, you smoke now. We got
How
the.
you? Yeah, it's like how you gonna smoke down there? I
And
had
mind you,
smoke with
I've
me.
had weed since I was 15.
Right.
Like
Ain't never smoked.
all the time. Never smoked that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
And that turned into the guy you know now. But like, yeah, Morgan State. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to squad.
Sipping with Sammie, we smoking with Sammie, man. We
Yo,
all
I
here.
learned how to hoop. I learned how to hoop high. Like
Yeah.
shit changed.
That's a different. Yeah, that's
That's
a different. You reach a
Shit changed.
different
Yeah.
level as a basketball player.
Niggas be shooting up. I be
Play
burning
high.
to death.
Yeah.
Who squad I'm on? Alright.
Yeah.
Run this 5 off, smoke real quick. Like that's what we was doing. But no, so hella black, hella loud. What is the service? What's this company? What does it provide?
All right,
you
so-
see all the charge.
Yeah, so
CBD. YouTube.
Yeah, so with
CBD, yes. Hawaiian haze.
Oh,
Smells
yeah.
Very Hawaiian.
yes, sir.
Ish.
Yeah, so what we're doing with Hella Black, Hella Loud is working to one, be an outwardly pro-black source of good, high quality cannabis products and hemp products. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that that's the vibe.
Is
we
hemp
on.
legal again?
Hemp is legal.
Mm.
Hemp is legal.
All right.
So CBD is legal. When you start getting into edibles and things like that is where it starts getting a little shaky because
Crosses certain
you
lines.
can't because you know you got to have your safe serve certification and you got to be able to tell how much is in each
joint yep.
piece. You
No,
know, yeah. So
it
so
has
when
to
you
be
get into
nutritional
that,
effects on that
exactly.
motherfucker.
So that's where it gets a little interesting. But you
I'm
know,
aware. 'cause,
Yeah.
you
So
know, I'm food industry. Yeah.
right. So with people, so Hella Black, Hella Loud on we're also here to serve as a source of education and as an avenue for people who are interested in possibly getting into the cannabis industry. You know, we want to serve as a source, as a resource for information and access to opportunities for ownership. So when I talk about access to opportunities for ownership, that really is like two parts. It's like, you know, if you want to do your own thing, you know, then I have people that I worked with that helped me get to the point that I'm at, that you know, can counsel you and assist you in getting you, you know, started
situated
in the cannabis industry in some way, shape, or form. Because you know, the thing is, a lot of people, when you think about getting into the industry, you're like, okay, so you're trying to have a dispensary or something like that, or you want to have a farm. But it's like there's so many other aspects of the industry in between those two facilities. So it's like you've got, you know, product development, and you've got, you know, companies that need graphics and design. You know, you got people who need websites and things. There's a lot of things that you can make your focus within the cannabis industry.
I want a hella black, hella loud smoking Sammie pack.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Smoking Sammie. Smoking with Sammie. Smoking Sammie. We'll work on it.
Yeah, yeah.
See me.
We gonna spitball it.
Yeah, because that's
Waking Big Pack.
Yeah.
For the See Me Morning Show.
Right. Exactly. See, those are things that we can do.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, and it's like product development is something that you know, like that people can get into. You know, because there's more than just selling the weed or just selling the hemp. You know, you got to be able to smoke it in something. So like I'm working on getting, you know, my own branded cones. You know what I mean?
Shout out to L, my man got some papers.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's another avenue.
That's what we need to do.
I mean,
yeah,
get you some fine tooth.
Yeah, you can, and that's the thing. All these things can be branded.
Find some good fine tooth, package that shit.
Yeah, all these things could be branded. That's the thing. Like so when people are thinking about getting into the industry, it's so many different avenues that you can you know, utilize to pursue ownership. And that's just what we're here to do. Is just to be an inspiration, to share information, and ultimately you know, provide opportunities for people. Like if you're looking to, you know, invest. Investment is another thing a lot of people are into nowadays, and you know, Hella Black, Hella Loud as a brand, you know, we definitely require funds in order to expand our operation.
Absolutely.
One of my main goals is to be able to at some point be able to procure some like a plot of land where we can actually, you know, like harvest some of our own crops,
right,
and be able to develop our own products someday.
Soon come.
Yeah, so these things, you know, they require investment,
right?
Because it's not just about getting the land; it's about having the equipment to cultivate the land, and then having the ability to employ people to operate the equipment
to cultivate
the land. Yes. So you got to be able to you know, like address each level.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
You look like Slim Thug right now. All right, go ahead. I don't usually look at the monitor. I just looked at it. My bad.
Oh man, that was
shit. Yeah.
KRAVITZ, it's not just you. Everybody has to deal with me, man.
So, yeah, man, we
I understand.
That's funny.
No, but we was talking about.
He did cut his hair. I forgot about that.
Yep. We was talking about cultivating the land.
Yeah,
and
so
all that.
yeah, so I
but
mean,
no, it's a machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Many
so,
moving parts. Right?
Exactly. So we need to be able to, you know, fund the entire operation
ain't good without tires.
Right. We got funded the entire operation from top to bottom. And the thing is, with investment, you know, like that requires you know, people who can see the vision and have a certain level of belief in the plan, and also have the necessary patience for the plan to unfold. So, you know, we that's where we at, you know, with our intentions.
So if they want to invest, they tap into.
So you can email me, contact me directly at info@hellablackhellalloud.net. And you know, you can submit your interest there. We are in the process of preparing an investor prospectus that will give you like a deeper insight into the plans that we have and the things that we like to be able to accomplish, with your help. So I mean, but
that was the thing I was going to say. I was going to say I challenge you to pull him on it if you're serious. He has everything that you need, that you should need to get a basis of what's going on the professional way. It's not an elevator pitch. This is something that's been figured out, and he has an elevator pitch for you that leads to this.
Yeah.
But everything is professional, is laid out, and it's all. I just wanted to make sure we was clear that this ain't no,
Oh yeah, for
we ain't
sure.
playing them games.
Yeah. Everybody that I've worked with, in my process of developing my brand, are industry professionals.
Absolutely.
And like they're plugged in to the point where I was able to, just within my first few months of operation, I was able to be invited to be a panelist at the National Cannabis Festival for one of their panel discussions about crypto and cannabis. So it's just that's just a testament to the context that the people I work with have within the industry to be able to present me as an option.
Absolutely.
For something like that so early on.
That's fire.
Yeah, so I mean I was but yeah, that was something that I had the pleasure of being a part of. And I mean the thing is, before I even got into this, I didn't even know there was a such thing as a National Cannabis Festival. I mean I knew there were things that went on, but I never went to one.
Everybody know about
the
what's the name joint? The smoke.
Like the Cannabis Cup and all that stuff like that. I never went to one.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this was dope, and to be able to be a part of that joint, they have it in DC every year. But it was popping. I was glad to be there, and it was a good experience, especially for someone who's just getting into my. My foray into the cannabis industry, like that was like a really significant experience, just seeing all the brands and everything that are out there. And I don't even really look at them as competition, even though that's pretty much what they are. But I mean,
right now it's wide open though.
Yeah, because that's the thing with all these brands out here, they just validate my purpose. Like they just show me that there is a need. Right. Like there is a market for this shit.
Absolutely.
So it's not about me worrying about them. I see what's going on. I see that there's a need for this. And there's enough room, just like in the bread aisle. There's
I was just about to say, how many types of coffee is in the supermarket?
Exactly. You got enough. There's enough
I was just about to say that.
For I've done Instacart. It's a lot of
it's a brand new bread with the boy playing a guitar on it that just started coming out, and I be seeing that shit.
Yeah, but believe somebody buying it, because there's people out there that want to try something new. There's people out there that's looking for something. So you just got to have your hat in the ring.
And and actually the bread is a perfect comparison, because even dietarily what we learning and what people's restrictions are, like anything that's the way that you used to, you probably can't eat that old bread anyway. You might need to try some new cool shit that fits your diet better or has the nutrients or whatever that you need out of that meal.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? And the marijuana game is the same.
Oh yeah.
It's the same. It's going to evolve. People are going to have their preference. People are going to have things that do whatever for them better off of this than that does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why the dispensaries is experiencing, whatever level of success they are.
Absolutely.
Is because they can give the cannabis consumer a more targeted experience, like where it's like, okay, you can use this strain for this, you can use this for that. So it's like I like implore everybody who is a what they call a legacy operator, somebody who's been doing a thing in the community, like long before it was legal,
right?
You know what I mean?
Legacy operator.
Yeah, you a
I know
legacy
exactly
operator.
who that is.
So it's like,
it's me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying in so many words. It's like, you know what I'm saying, you've been around, so I mean you qualify, you fit the bill, and it's like,
expunge my never mind.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for real. Free the men, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, we gotta be able to familiarize ourselves with the cannabis and the various strains and the things that the different uses for them.
So you bought CBD today.
Yeah.
And we got
a lifter strain. That's lifter.
And what's that for?
So that's something that's good for that's something that's actually good for like starting your day off if you're looking for something that can actually like you're not looking for a high. This is something that kind of relaxes you, takes the anxiety, takes the edge off. You know what I mean? And you know, there's a lot of people who utilize it for that. Also, you know, you can there's ways that you can turn it into you know, like oil and things like that. People apply it, you know, topically.
Absolutely.
You know, for pain relief and skincare products and things like that. So yeah, like Lifter is a really good strain. And
what about Hawaiian Haze?
Hawaiian Haze is something that really people say is good for your mood. Like it can like elevate your mood. And you know, it's like that the thing with both of these strains is that they both have different significantly different, you know, uses, but you know, they both equally effective.
So when you wake and bake, you a lifter?
Well, the thing is, I'm a THC guy, so you know, I typically don't indulge, but if I do, but when I have, you know, because I wanted to be able to have like an authentic review of the products, like I favor both of these strains. You
so
know
look,
what I'm saying?
If I'm in my car, right?
Yeah.
And I got like a jar
Yeah.
of this, right?
Yeah.
And they like, jackpot. And I'm like, hold up, it's CBD.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I mean, so it all depends about the like how it's like packaged and labeled. You know what I mean? So it's like, because you can, and that's the other thing. It would behoove people to go ahead and, if you're a consistent, you know, consumer, it makes sense for you to get your marijuana card. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a way that you can safely, you know, transport, you know, your medicine.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, to and from the location. Like, you know, you could have up to 2 ounces on you. You know, and you know, you're not going to get any type of charges for that. You know, so that's you know, y'all can fact check me on that. I believe that's the law. But yeah, it's like you just utilizing whatever avenues that have been given to us to just kind of streamline our process when we dealing with law enforcement. It just makes sense. So, you know, like for me, you know, as someone who is as an operator in the industry, you know, and I just applied for my caregivers, like my caregivers card. You know, and that's something that will, you know, like allow me to be able to, you know, kind of move about a bit more freely. Not saying I'm be out here all willy-nilly with pounds on me or something, but it's like, you know, you can have a certain amount. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, look, like I'm just making my run for my patient. Right. You know, and that's like official lingo. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like something where you capping. Right. You know, you got the card, you can show that, and yes, this is official. So, like, once again, this is just something that we could take advantage of in the state of Pennsylvania, even though it's not completely legal here for us. But we have ways that we can utilize to, you know, at least safeguard ourselves against negative interactions with law enforcement.
Speaking of which, is it available anywhere else?
The product?
Yes.
So I mean, you can everything that I have, you can literally go on hellablackhellalloud.net and you can procure it from there. Yeah, and everything comes fresh, you know, bagged up, like, you know, by hand, you know, with gloves on and all that. You know, sealed. We make sure that and everything's sealed. You know, we just make sure that we provide, you know, with the same quality that we would want, you know, and the same level of presentation that we would want, you know, if we were the customer. So that's how I do, you know, all of my businesses. I don't like to cut any corners, and you know, I like to also operate like an open book. So everything that we have, you know exactly what you're getting.
Word. Please expect to see Redz be as a part of the Sippin with Sammie concert series very soon. We will have his brand represented. Some of his wares will be there so that you could see what's going on and tap in with him and had a conversation and get education. I might even get him to host. He might co-host with you or something, man. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that I completely trust with my platform, so I'll let him do it. You know what I mean? We can run it up. We can all wear these shirts.
Oh, all right.
We can all wear these shirts. But let the people know how to keep up with you and everything you got going on real quick, man.
All right, so you can tap in with me on social media at Chief the Truth, Instagram, on Facebook. My main page is Ron Green. Very simple, RONGREEN. You can also find me on there at Chief the Truth. That's my, like my official fan page. Tap in with my brands at Tribe Worldwide Apparel Company on Facebook and at Dope Tribe Worldwide on Instagram. And you can also check in with me at Hella Black Hella Loud on everything. So, HellaBlackHellaLoud.net is our site. TribeStyles.com is the site for the apparel. We also have a really dope affiliate program where we offer a 50% payout for all sales that you assist us in making. So it's like if you purchase something from the brand, you don't even have to purchase nothing from the brand. But if let's say you purchased a T-shirt and you took a picture with it and posted on your social media with the affiliate link that you would get as a part of our program. Anybody who clicks on your link and shops with our brand, whatever they spend on our site, you getting 50% of that.
Nice.
At the end of the month.
That's dope.
So
I like it.
I'm
about to sign up.
There's no limitations on it. Like we got one of the illest affiliate programs in the game. Like you can't. There's not many companies that are offering a 50% profit share on the sales. So but that's the value that we want to be able to offer to anybody who's working with us and sees value in attaching themselves to our brand.
Word. That's dope. Now, KRAVITZ, remember earlier we was on a morning show and I was like, yeah, I'm about to interview my man and he got the Hella Black Hella Loud and I was like, I got twisted up on which names to say.
Right.
Now you see why.
Okay.
It's a lot going on with him. Like I'm like, shit, do I say Dope Tribe?
I mean, the thing is, the brand is Tribe Worldwide Apparel.
Right.
If that was available on Instagram, I would have had it, but there was some other company that had it and they wouldn't give it up.
But yeah, like literally, that's why I ran into my jumble earlier.
Yeah.
So just to explain that to you and the people if they was tapped in earlier.
Because you ain't want to give away too much.
Nah, man. I mean, I hate speaking for people that can speak well for themselves also. But I love to just shout out the brand and make sure that the people are aware that it's around when I can at the same time. Now, you. Stay Solid out right now.
Stay Solid is still out right now.
What else?
Of course, this probably come out afterwards, but July 23rd, we got the Indie Business Expo coming right here in the city of Philadelphia. We got the Get Your Business Right seminar from noon to 4 p.m. with speakers like myself, Kay Anderson from Philly, SippinwitSammie, Swag Winer Podcast, L, Wild Tuna, Go Get It J, and a few more. And then right after that, we'll be networking and mixing it up, picking the brains. And then that night, we're doing rhythm and comedy. So that full day from noon to midnight, we'll be at 5111 Woodbine Avenue in Philadelphia. Just type that in your Google.
I mean, it's going to be over already, but we'll put a picture up right now.
Yeah, it's going to be really dope.
No, it's going to be awesome. I would have been a part of it. We would have already had a great day. Thanks. Shout out to everybody that came out. We love y'all.
We appreciate you.
Nah, but appreciate you, brothers, man. It's been good talking to y'all, but we gonna get the fuck out. Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together. It'll be 2023 already, and you wouldn't have had a shot yet.
That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside. This soft pack loud. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside. This soft pack loud. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. Look, I'm as wild as you think. Give me that pink, give me hers too in a few. One last drink, we gon' do what it do. Later just think, dark room, black lights blue. Secrets and labs waiting, room and maid service. Clueless of what them walls went through. Kinky swear had to be there. It would've been you, Malone style. Don't front now, she return all favors. Paper ain't why we here, she know we all ball players, GMs, coaches, and captains. I'm trying to whip up cream. Shorty tell me what's happening, they ain't gon' intervene. Only heighten pleasure and make sure you get off steam. Candles blown, dreams come true, you know what I mean. Strawberry inside, cognac outside, kiss off, pack lock. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside, kiss off, pack lock. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want.
Yeah, she smoke a lot of weed. I call her Mary Jane. Floating in the clouds on a private plane. My favorite private dancer, I'ma make it rain. She screaming, oh my God, don't say his name in vain. Inside pink, she want the bazooka, that ain't bubble gum. Put some syrup on that ass, girl, we making honey buns. Call your girlfriend, she can play, it's a 2-on-1. So many flavors I could pick, I'm good with either one. Tastes like cookies and cream, top with a strawberry. Watch them cross over their legs, I feel like Marbury. Then I push some fudge in her mouth, and now we all married.
That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside, kiss off, pack lock. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. That's the one that I want. Strawberry inside, cognac outside, kiss off, pack lock. That's the one that I want. That's the one that